You have a great and amazing idea, but all the doors are closed for spreading the word and crowdfunding it. Then Crowdfunding Tube is your unique key. Simply upload a video describing your idea. Then let it be spread by a large channel fan base. Hi and welcome to Crowdfunding Tube Show. Today's product is a great new disruptive product for beekeepers wishing to free themselves from the tedious manual task of extracting honey from beehives. Thanks to the revolutionary beehive design developed by Honeyflow in their product called Hive. From now on, you won't have to wear a protective suit protecting your skin from stings and spending long hours extracting honey from beehives. Anytime you see that your beehives are filled with honey, you will find the honey self-extracted in containers ready to be packed after a simple and instant hand gesture of turning a lever, making honey flow directly to your jars and causing no stress or harm to the bees. This revolutionary beehive design seems to be amazing and a real weighted dream for beekeepers. But before diving into the technical details, let's watch the promotional video of the crowdfunding campaign launch on Indiegogo. And for those of you who would be interested in using the product, I have put below a link in the description, so don't forget to click on it if you are really interested. By the way, it's the second crowdfunding campaign launched on Indiegogo after 3 years of launching the first crowdfunding campaign in 2015, which was the highest backed campaign, gearing more than $14 million and nearly the same amount in product orders after the campaign. So let's watch the promotional video.
Honeybees and humans depend on each other. We care for them. They do the amazing thing we call pollination. And of course, make lots of delicious honey. It's here, the next evolution, Hive 2. We listened to your feedback and have taken our best-selling Hive Classic and made it even better. To celebrate our 3rd birthday, we have a limited release exclusive to Indiegogo. My dad and I spent a decade inventing a new way to harvest honey.
A way that's gentle on the bees and a lot easier for the beekeeper.
A way where the honey doesn't require any processing at all, and there's no need to go through that long, messy, sweaty process of conventional harvesting.
Just simply turn the handle and watch as delicious raw honey fills your jars, ready for your doing.
Indiegogo is where we started, and we're forever grateful for everyone who supported us in 2015.
The first drops and it's pouring.
It's pouring in!
We were awed by the huge global response, which allowed us to take our invention to the world in a way we never thought possible.
Honey harvesting is such a pain, and it's a tremendous amount of work, and it makes a huge mess. It's very disruptive to the bees. It's a kind of a disaster.
Every time I harvested, I was killing a lot of bees. Just poor bees kind of stuck in their own honey.
So just actually just have it pour out of the side of the hive into a jar and skip all of that mess is amazing.
We have delivered 50,000 hives to 130 countries so far. It's a wonderful feeling to have helped inspire so many to take up the art of beekeeping and learn to do all the things necessary to keep their bees happy and healthy.
One of the coolest things I've ever done in my life was pull out the first frame, Crawling with Bees. You see all of these little heads pop up and look at you, and you just go, why didn't I do this 20 years ago?
As inventors, we're always looking at how we can make things better.
So we've redesigned the Hive from the ground up with lots of new features, inspired by all the great feedback from our amazing customers. The Flow Hive 2 now includes double observation windows on the Honey Super, so you can now get even more insight into the amazing world of bees. The all-new Hive base now features a built-in tray for managing pests with 3 ventilation options. Built-in spirit levels and an optional adjustable hive stand allows you to set up your hive perfectly. Inside is our second-generation patented flow frames, which allows you to share the new experience of harvesting pure, untouched honey directly from the hive and eliminates the need for costly harvesting equipment. By popular request, we've included an adjustable harvesting shelf to make it easy to collect your very own fresh honey. Each hive includes a tool and screws to make it easy to assemble, even by hand. The roof shingles now come pre-glued together for better weather protection, with roof locks for high winds. All handles and latches are now robust solid brass. The hive is made from highly durable, sustainably sourced, A-grade Western red cedar. We now manufacture in our own in-house workshop using precision laser cutting to make sure every hive is of the highest quality.
If you're new to bees, don't worry. We've created lots of educational resources, and our team is on hand to give you guidance and support as you enter the fascinating, wonderful world of beekeeping. So to celebrate our 3rd birthday, we're offering the Indiegogo community first options on the limited early release Flow Hive 2.
Whether you're in your backyard, rooftop, community garden or school, there's nothing quite like tasting the utterly unique flavours of your very own honey. Order here and join our engaged global community of beekeepers. If we look after the bees, they'll look after us, and the honey really is an amazing bonus. As an inventor, you have these hopes and dreams. And the only thing that really keeps you going is being optimistic that yes, we can make this idea work. And to finally see it work, after a decade of tinkering away in the shed with my dad, was extraordinary.
The first drops and it's pouring.
It's pouring in! Our next big challenge was to take our invention to the world. And crowdfunding allowed us to do that in a way we never dreamt was possible. Suddenly, our small campaign had turned into a community of passionate beekeepers all around the world, now numbering over 35,000 and growing.
It's amazing to see their enthusiasm for beekeeping and their willingness to learn and to share knowledge.
One small act, right, of saying, I think I'm going to try bees, that it opens up not just this world of bees, but it's sort of a window into being more connected to nature in a much larger way.
I thought it was an awesome invention. I'd seen how typical beekeeping takes place, how harvesting honey happens, and I thought I didn't want to do it that way. I'd rather try something different.
One of the coolest things I've ever done in my life was pull out the first frame, crawling with bees.
Honey harvesting is such a pain, and it's a tremendous amount of work, and it makes a huge mess. It's very disruptive to the bees. It's a kind of a disaster. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you plan, you just end up with, honey everywhere. So just have it pour out of the side of the hive into a jar and skip all of that mess is amazing.
When we got the first Flow Hive going, it was obvious that it was such a peaceful and entertaining experience. So every time we get honey, we make sure all our friends come over and experience it because it's really special.
But what a beautiful treat to have, especially if you can know where it's coming from your backyard. It's the least processed food that I know as far as sweetness go, and it tastes bloody good.
It's been a really busy year fulfilling all the orders.
And it's such a good feeling to see all the photos and videos flowing in from all corners of the globe. As beekeepers experience the joy of harvesting pure, unprocessed honey directly from the hive.
Our bees are very, very happy with the Flow Hive. They're filling up the frames with honey as fast as we can harvest it. Lovingly shared by happy bees.
And urban honey has this variety to it and depth that you continue to taste. I love it. Love it.
Harvesting a frame of honey and just being able to smell it like a glass of wine, and actually the floral notes are there. I mean, if you smell a bottle of honey that's been extracted, it's not the same. And I think that's an amazing thing that is hard to believe until you experience it.
We've seen the videos on the website, but there's nothing that compares to your first experience actually seeing it flow out of the hive. It was just absolutely amazing.
None of this could have happened without the Indiegogo community, who jumped on board to support us and shared our campaign far and wide.
We did that as soon as we could, within seconds of it going online.
Been wanting to do bees for decades and decades and decades.
So to say thank you to the Indiegogo community for making all this possible, our most popular Flow Hive Classic will be back on Indiegogo at original campaign prices for the next 2 weeks.
So the best bit is, you don't have to wait. We've got hives in stock all across North America, Europe and Australia, ready to deliver to your door.
If you're new to beekeeping, be sure to check out our educational resources and forum at honeyflow.com and connect with your local beekeeping group to learn all the fascinating things about caring for bees. We're also excited to announce a special range of organic cotton t-shirts. And for these next 2 weeks, 100% of all profits from this range will be donated directly to the Rainforest Trust to help preserve forest ecosystems around the world. Our forests are really important habitat for thousands of species of pollinators.
Bees are such a good reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth.
The little piece of magic they do we call pollination is essential to the cycle of life that we all depend on. And if we look after the bees, they'll look after us, and the honey really is an amazing bonus.
What makes this product distinguished in its category and even revolutionary is its adoption of prefabricated plastic honeycombs, frames, specially designed to make honey flow downward under the influence of gravity. These prefabricated plastic honeycombs are not ordinary hexagonal honeycombs as in the case of natural wax. Honeycombs that keep honey sticked inside the honeycomb cells, which make honey extracted the ordinary way, mixed with bee-produced wax, unlike the way by which honey is extracted by the use of flow hive, making it pure processed honey ready to be packed for consuming. For more clear illustrations, what makes this design of prefabricated plastic honeycomb is the cavity in each honeycomb cell that enable the honey to flow downward and not stay sticked inside the honeycomb cell. As illustrated in this video, after you see that your beehives are filled with honey and is ready to be extracted, all you have to do is just a simple instant hand gesture of turning a lever, splitting and dividing each honeycomb cells vertically, and finally releasing honey. That's why the developer of this clever technical feature call this product Flow Hive, which means a beehive enabling the honey produced inside flow outside. Another technical feature is that bees make no distinction between using these plastic prefabricated honeycomb cells and the naturally produced wax honeycombs, which was confirmed by performing repetitive experiments in which these plastic prefabricated honeycombs were inserted between naturally produced wax honeycombs. The observed results in these experiments were that bees treated these plastic prefabricated honeycombs the same way they treat the naturally wax produced ones. With all that said, this brings us to the summary of this review of this not only amazing beehive design but also revolutionary in its category that has not only far more exceeded its crowdfunding goal on Indiegogo but has also managed to be the most crowdfunding and backed campaign on the platform by crossing $14 million in funding by almost nearly 2,000 backers. This is also an amazing number, which is near or close to the funding obtained from the first previous crowdfunding campaign launched on Indiegogo 3 years ago, and after more than 50,000 customer orders. I'm not a beekeeper, but one thing I know is that beekeeping is a tedious manual labor, and I'm a strong proponent of any technological advancements and breakthroughs that would save time, money, and energy, and this product is a real technological design breakthrough.
My opinion of the Flow Hive 2 is very good. If I were coming up with improvements for the Flow Hive, you've pretty much touched on all of them.
Hi, my name's Hillary Kearney. I'm really excited about the new Flow Hive.
I'm really happy to see that the guys have continued to develop the design and continue to develop a beautiful product that's going to encourage hopefully another group of people to get into beekeeping and enjoy their bees.
There are so many things that I like about it, and I'll tell you why. The integrated foundation that supports the hive, it has those threaded legs which allow you to level it up. You don't have to guess about whether or not it's level. You don't have to bring a level with you because those little bubble levels are already integrated into the woodwork on the back and the side. Once everything is loaded onto it, even when it's a heavy hive full of bees and honey, you'll still be able to adjust it. I like that that pull away is vented, and you can decide how much venting you want to allow to go through. Critical during times of evaporation when they're taking the nectar down and condensing it into honey. The next thing is, of course, the integrated shelf unit. The shelf that now is composed of the pull-out panel, so it's all self-contained. That's fantastic. The fewer things we have to take to the bee yard when we're extracting honey, I think, the better. I like the new inner cover design, the fact that you can limit or prohibit the bees from getting up into the gabled open area of that cover. That's a nice improvement. Another thing that's a big bonus on the gabled roof, people often worry about that slant, but having those thumb screws on the side, you don't have to put anything else on it, you don't have to strap it down. That lets it securely attach that roof to that upper box, which is your flow super. This flow hive is such a work of art with the laser cutting and how accurately it's made and just the excellent look of it. This is a showpiece for your garden. When you show your bees and you have visitors and you're going to explain how honey comes out of it, just a huge bonus. So I absolutely like the new Flow Hive 2.
My favorite thing is the stand. I think I really have a hard time finding stands that I like, and I usually end up building my own, and this one really looks perfect. I love that it's just seamless in the design, and it's also going to be really useful. I love that you can adjust the height. I think that's going to really help people with lifting. You can get your hive at the exact right height for you. The other thing I really like is the back bottom board where you pull out the mite tray, having that adjustable feature to be able to let in ventilation or not. I actually don't want ventilation getting into my hives because of my climate, and so I'm excited that now there's going to be a feature that lets me just change that when I need it. So it's going to be really cool.
The original Flow Hive behind me, we've had at Australian Parliament for a while now. It's really impressive that it's worked exactly out of the box as you would hope. And one of the really nice things I love about the new version of the design is how it's really gone that extra yards to support natural beekeeping, which I'm quite passionate about. The levels built into the base, so you can actually keep your frames and your levels really tight, which is what you need for foundationless beekeeping, but also that general ethos of the company of just beautiful design that allows you to keep bees in a really low stress environment, and also the mechanism of extracting honey itself. You still have to check for disease obviously in the brood box, but the actual honey extraction is just so much less stressful for the bees. And I think that the new iteration of the design really continues that.
My name is Daisy. I'm from England, a little place called Surrey. Nice quiet town, there's not much around really. And I've actually just got a new job, and I work in a forest school. So I spend my day with children out in the woods. That's what I do as a job.
My name's Cameron. I'm a commissioning engineer for London Underground. I work nights mainly, which is quite good for the beekeeping, because if I need to come and do it in the daytime, I've got it free really.
So we've got lots of other animals. Chickens, 2 tortoises, guinea pigs, a rabbit, dogs, cat, and bees. That's the garden.
Well, I've always wanted to keep bees. Me and Daisy was really interested in all kinds of wildlife, but never really had the space, or it all seemed like a lot of work to get all the bits and pieces together. But then Daisy showed me the Hive video, and a few months later we literally just made the order.
Because we didn't have any experience, and I'm still at home, we don't have all the room to get all the honey extraction gear, or the money really, so we thought we'd just save up, get a Fly Hive, and then we did a couple. We did a 20-week course with these bees, and then it was hooked from there.
When you open the hive, it is fascinating. You're seeing microorganisms just evolving every day, eggs turning into larvae, pupating, turning into bees, and you see how the bees are interacting with each other, feeding each other, telling each other where the honey is. You can't get enough of it, even if you just stare at one frame. Each bee is doing something different, and it never gets old. You never get tired of looking at it, and yeah, it's completely fascinating.
So every week we do look forward to our days off and checking the bees. It's really therapeutic. Just zone in and you completely, you lose everything around you and you're just concentrating on the bees, which is really good for us. Yeah, they're very calming. I think our favourite thing about going through the hive is spotting the queen. So we didn't mark her purposely because we like having the challenge and the competition of finding her. Yeah, obviously I won.
Yeah, we haven't really met any other beekeepers our age, mid-20s, but it's changing now, and a lot more younger people are getting involved, which I think is a good thing. Becoming aware of how important they are and what they can do for us and what joy they are to keep.
It's quite nice being a young beekeeper, quite unusual because there's not that many around. We find a lot of people we go on courses with, majority of them are retired, but it's quite nice because we're quite into Instagram or posting on Facebook, and so many of our friends are so interested, and it's lovely because lots of people want to come over and have a look, get the bee suits on, and I think it's hopefully going that way. So a lot more young people getting into it, and it's just a really good hobby. So I don't really have any hobbies, but beekeeping is awesome.
Today we cracked the frame, and obviously the honey poured out perfectly as it does in all the videos. And yeah, we had some honey on bread.
It's so good. I've got it everywhere. So being able to care for them and look after them is definitely quite important to us. Regardless of the honey, just having them here and that they're happy, and them being happy is beneficial for us because it's good for the garden and the vegetables we grow. Definitely, I think this is just the beginning of our hive journey, our beekeeping. It's spreading, it's addictive. Yeah.
If you are planning to create a YouTube channel, or you already have one, but you are more concerned and you are feeling uncomfortable about its brand image and the impression your video layout create on your subscribers and viewers of your content, or in other words, if you love your YouTube channel and you are ready to make anything to make it look in its best unique version, then visit Unlimited Design's website and take a look at our best offers for video content creators and especially YouTubers. The first offer is a video intro, customizable for all contexts. This video intro has also suited the context of this YouTube channel and has given it a strong, powerful branding image to stand out from the crowd. Before deciding to visit our website, we invite you to visit some well-known alternatives where you can purchase ready-made video intro for you, like Envato, Video Hive and Fiverr, so that you will make sure that no video intro design can match this video intro design. Then after visiting Unlimited Designs, take a look at different contexts in which this video intro is used and how well this video intro can be customizable for any context. So if you want to use a video intro that serves as an irresistible hook for new viewers and an attractive video trailer presenting what your YouTube channel is all about, then this video intro is and will be your best and unique choice. After deciding to purchase the video intro for branding your YouTube channel, your second step would be using an epic virtual studio which really looks better and more beautiful than a real physical TV set broadcast studio. The video intro would be your first way to hook your first viewer attention. Then this virtual studio would be your second way to keep your viewers and subscribers watching your content till the end. There would be several After Effects templates of this virtual studio that would be ready to be purchased and downloaded from Unlimited Designs website, but this one is sufficient for all the requirements of any video presentation. By using this virtual studio, you will not be forced to using the usual boring video layout like this one, in which the majority of the screen area is wasted by unnecessary details. Thanks to using this virtual studio, you would benefit greatly by exploiting the screen area in transmitting a lot of information to the viewer. In a simple comparison between using this virtual studio design and an ordinary video layout, this ordinary video layout would enable you to transmit just your face details and language to the viewer, wasting a lot of screen area. And on the other hand, this virtual studio would enable you to transmit all of your body language and not just your facial language. And the large screen area would be used for displaying video footage you want your viewers' eyes not to miss seeing it, such as branding elements of your YouTube channel. Thanks to using this virtual studio, you will make your viewers enjoy watching your video content and make this experience much more pleasing to the eyes. At a price point of $497, which is much more affordable to the majority of people, you will get an After Effects template project file that will make your task of rendering your video much more easier and with instant clicks, and in few minutes you'll get your video ready for upload. This After Effects template is designed to work with the same performance on all mainstream laptops. After a couple of days of getting familiar with this After Effects template, you will be able to produce a maximum of 9 videos a day, each one in a range of 4 and 6 minutes. So if you are dreaming of being shot inside an eye-catching TV set studio, you have the best and unique offer available in your hands. Better than existing alternatives of virtual studios, you can buy on some marketplaces such as Hive, and I really encourage you to visit this marketplace where there are the best offers of After Effects templates before visiting Unlimited Designs, so that you'll make sure that this epic virtual studio would be your best choice concerning the aesthetic, graphic design, and also the technical user experience, in which case you will not buy an expensive separate software package like Element 3D After Effects plugin, in addition to spending money for purchasing the After Effects template and spending time for learning the software you should buy, in addition to wasting more time in 3D rendering, which can take days for some footage lasting only some tens of seconds, which would not be the case by using this After Effects template, because all the 3D rendering is already done for you, and the only case you will need some 3D rendering is for the screen panels and the presenter, which you can make in few instant clicks in Maya 3D software package, which you can use for free by using only the learning edition, which is more efficient for the task. This was a comparison between this virtual studio and alternative virtual studio designs you can buy on some marketplaces. As for comparing it with a real physical TV set studio, this epic virtual studio has all what you need to make single personal video presentation with a screen panel or a natural background, and also host interviews in a professional way. So instead of paying tens to hundreds of millions of dollars to possess a fancy epic TV set studio, you can afford using one at a very affordable price of $497. And even if you are a billionaire capable of affording to have a big fancy physical TV set studio, you will find using this virtual studio much more efficient and convenient in both time and money. Concerning time, you will not need to waste hours driving from home location to where you will be shot inside the physical TV set studio. In addition to having to leverage multiple man hours for manipulating camera movement and video editing and lighting stuff, you will avoid all this time waste, because this After Effects template is optimized and automated to render your video in few instant clicks within a couple of minutes, using 12 cameras from 4 camera angles with fixed and moving camera. As for the financial expenses, you will not need to hire a single cameraman, video editor, or paying colossal financial expenses for operating a fancy big TV set studio by paying the high electricity bill for the screen panels and lighting. So if you are more than convinced that these offers from Unlimited Designs are the best for video content creators, but you want to see some testimonials and user reviews, then this YouTube channel is more than a testimonial and the real user experience. After getting familiar with using this After Effects template and posting the link from where you have downloaded the After Effects template file to anyone wishing to use it in his video content, you will contribute to make YouTube a video platform with high-end quality video content from the aesthetic graphic standpoint, much more pleasing to the viewer eyes, and not just only the intangible information value the viewer is getting. And any video content creator will not have the right to say, I should not concentrate on video graphic quality, but on the value and information quality, because producing high-end quality video content will consume much more time, energy, and money. So, this After Effects template will make producing the highest end quality video content much more affordable in both time and money resources. And from now on, YouTube will not be a video platform filled with junk quality video content that is far more behind TV quality video content. By the way, this is not my point of view alone. This is a common point of view I have read in several well-known blog articles.